It just gets to a point where you realize in your life that it just has to be you. It just have to, because you realize that the buck has to stop here. You realize that you have to be the one to break those generational traumas. You have to be the one that gets your family legacy out of poverty mindset. You have to be the one that knows how to heal. You have to be the one that overcome all obstacles. You have to be the one that increases in spirit. You have to be the one. Your family depending on it. Your legacy depending on it. Cook, Holy Spirit. See, I can remember when I was thinking about this journey, I was sitting up here thinking like, I'm tired. I'm tired of going through poverty and obscurity. I was raised by a single parent with 3 kids. I was tired of the trauma that plagued us. I didn't want to continue those things that were already programmed in me from my past, as well as that was programmed in me going into my future. Cook, Holy Spirit. I realized I just had to be the one. See, I realized, like with Moses, it was how Moses, he committed murder. And then he had to go escape and flee to the desert. But Moses was used years later to navigate that same desert for the Israelites to set them free. Cook, Holy Spirit. I realized how he had to go through, he had to suffer to set you and I free. See, I realized how Joseph had to go through all of those experiences so he could be the one in the end that still welcomes his family and set his family free. You got to know you the one. It stops with you. See, I had to understand that the foundation that I had to have was emptying myself out. Getting all this programming that this world gave to me, desensitizing and pouring in what God had for me. I had to have my foundation firm, built on a rock. I had to have it firm, built on God. I had to make sure that I knew exactly what it is that he wanted me to do. Cook, Holy Spirit. I had to ensure that I started aligning everything that I was doing to his will and his word for my life. Cook, Holy Spirit. See, I got tired of having those dreams. I got tired of writing down the goals. See, I was willing to take it from theory to practical. But see, I had to understand where I was going. I was tired of the distractions. So I said, you know what? God, let your will be done. And God started putting me in isolation. God started putting me in separation. God started having these thoughts and these downloads come and saying, this is your next step, son. This is your next step. See, you have to understand when you are the one for your family's bloodline, it's going to be some uncomfortable moments you're going to have to endure. Cook, Holy Spirit. But when I tell you, you're not alone, for you have God on your side. You in alignment to what he's telling you to do. It's so hard because you are the one built to break the generational curses. Cook, Holy Spirit. You got to be the one. You got to be tough enough to say, you know what? I'll be the first to go through this so my family won't have to go through this. I'll be the one that go through this so when my family, when other people, the captives need to be set free and I can show them the way. Cook, Holy Spirit. See, when you have that type of mentality, when you have that type of surrender to God, when you have that type of stick to it and gumption, can't nothing break you. Look what you already done been through. But you the one. You have to be the one for your family to say it stops here. You're willing to heal. You're willing to increase spiritually. You're willing to do whatever it takes so the future generations can thrive. See, you have to believe that you're the one where the buck stops here. You're the one that's been chosen. You're the one that has to endure all of these things. I know it's tough, but I promise you, when it's tough for you, that's perfect conditions for God. When you running on empty, when you're all out, that's perfect conditions for God. See, that's why you keep going, because you've been at your lowest. You know what rock bottom feel like, but you also know the grace, mercy, and favor that God has put on your life. That's because you the one. So even though it's hard, you know God is going to bring you through it. Even though it's hard, you keep thinking of your family. You keep thinking of the future. You keep thinking of freeing the captives because somebody gonna have to navigate them. And you're it. You're the one. You are the one that's gonna have to set the captives free. So you take this with pride. You take it on the chin if you have to. It's nothing wrong with getting a little weary, but don't you quit. Don't you quit. Everybody depending on you. Everybody looking forward to what you're going to bring to this world. Everybody's looking forward to you going through it. We cheering you on. The angels are cheering you on. The kingdom of heaven is cheering you on. You the one. And you have to believe that it's a conviction with every fiber of your body. So I don't care what you're going through, what you're experiencing right now. You are the one that's meant to set the captives free. You are the one that's meant to break those generational curses. You are the one who's going to be the blueprint. You are the one who's going to get your family out of poverty. You are the one that's going to change your last name to a legacy. You building dynasty, baby, because you the one. You are the one. And I want you to remember that. I want you to remember that you are so special to God. You are so necessary for the kingdom of heaven. And the buck stops with you. You're the one.